Okay, for today's video, I wanted to talk about this idea. Uh, Comes from Abraham, and the quote is, "We are, I am, you are." Let me just say I am for clarity's sake. I am a vibrational being in a vibrational universe. One more time. I am a vibrational being in a vibrational universe. Okay, so the rest of the talk is just kind of unpacking that and touching a little bit on the implications of that. Okay, what does it mean? What it means is that the fundamental basis, building block, foundation of our experience, of our being, of our universe is vibrational. Now, one way to get the perspective started on that is the way in which we take in any information about our world, visually, auditorily, tactilely. I don't know the fancy words for taste and smell, olfactorily, and whatever. The five senses interpret information. Interpret information vibrationally. We all know that that's true about sound. That sound moves through the air in waves, and our eardrum is receiving those waves, and then our brain interprets what we're hearing. Everyone either knows or can easily understand that light is also traveling in waves, and the color spectrum, just like the sound spectrum, is just different vibrational wavelengths of light. Probably nothing more needs to be said about that. We are interpreting through our senses vibrationally. Even touch, hot and cold, those are vibrational wavelengths. Now, I'm not enough into science to know that with rigorous scientific certainty, but I'm sure it's the case. Now, all right, here's where it gets a little bit trickier to talk about. But I'm just going to jump into it. Okay, so our emotions are also vibrational in interpretations. The way we're feeling indicates our general vibe, or the general vibe of whatever we're perceiving. Again, a little bit trickier here, but it's still wavelength based. Depression, powerlessness, angst, these are lower vibrations. Top end of the spectrum, so that's your red on the color spectrum, or your sub what's that called? You have ultraviolet, and then you have sub red, but there's a word for it. Dang it. Anyway, you have your very low vibrations that you feel, and then at the top of that spectrum, your violet, your ultraviolet, you have your joy, your bliss, your happiness, your those sorts of things, your love. So we are a vibrational being in a vibrational universe. Still, what does that mean? That's what that means. There's a little bit more to it. How do thoughts fit into the equation? We see how it fits in sensorially and how it fits in emotionally, which is just another sense of vibration. Thoughts are even more interesting, how that is also vibrational. in this world. But again, you distinguish between thoughts based on how they feel, and the vibration of the thought has to do with the quality of the thought, again, which you interpret by how that feels to you. But it's almost a different sort of feeling. It's an even more subtle feeling. Like if you think about someone giving someone else a hand up off the street, you're having this thought. It's a thought about compassion. It's a thought about brotherly love. It's a thought about uh, giving someone a hand up versus a thought about kicking someone when they're down. These thoughts have a different feeling, tone, quality to them, a different vibration to them. Okay, so that's kind of explaining the what of we are a vibrational being in a vibrational universe. Almost. There's other implications, but now the implications of so what are this. It's a bit beyond the scope. There'll be a part 2 maybe.